Greetings, Bulldogs. It is Mr. Bobbitt checking in here on today's lesson about Socratic seminars. Now, the purpose of this lesson is to discuss who was Socrates, how do we participate in a Socratic seminar, and what that format looks like. But before we jump in, you should probably know who we are. So for those who have not had the opportunity to meet yet, again, I am Mr. Bobbitt, and I get the opportunity to serve as the post-secondary counselor here at New Albany High School. That's a fun title for I work with our seniors on whatever's next. So if that's college, if that's military, if that's trade school, I'm that resource.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Miller. I am a student support facilitator for students last name K through Z. So today we're going to talk about social emotional learning, competency and standards. 7B, students practice flexible and innovative thinking. So the Socrates method is all about thinking, about your thinking. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about different strategies and creative ideas.
Absolutely. So the learning targets for this event, just keep in mind with a Socratic seminar, the whole goal is to help one another understand a deeper understanding of ideas, issues, and values reflected in text through a group discussion format. And it doesn't have to be a text. It could just be a topic that you want to dive into. So through this type of discussion, students will practice how to listen to one another and make meaningful and find common ground while participating in conversation. So as Ms. Miller said, you're thinking about your thinking, you're asking clarifying questions, and then you want to evaluate the information shared by others and how that could impact your viewpoint on a given topic. If I were to give tips on a Socratic seminar or for Socratic questioning, just remember to listen to one another, provide an opportunity to think about their perspective and through their perspective, and then reevaluate your own assumptions.
All right, who was Socrates? If you want to take a minute to think about it, who was Socrates? Socrates was the father of philosophy. He lived during the time of ancient Greece. And there's also many quotes about him. I know on the link on our PowerPoint, we share a lot of the quotes. Mr. Bobbitt is going to share a video all about Socrates.
He was a famous guy a long time ago.
It's a person who asked a lot of questions to people.
Yeah, I've seen his picture. He's not even around right now, though I haven't seen him.
I think Socrates was like this guy who he was very smart, and I think he might have invented the Socratic seminar idea. He was smart and he used it, and so people kind of was like, oh, that's a good idea, and so they started using it too.
He was a Greek philosopher who had many ideas, but the Greek just didn't like him. He thought he was ruining the minds of young Greeks, so they pretty much sentenced him to death by drinking hemlock, which is a poisonous plant. Pretty much what happens is you get in a big group of people, and we start with a main idea or a topic. The teacher will ask a question, and the group has to keep asking questions.
You get to relate with other people and what they think about it too.
So that you can know more stuff.
What do you want to know?
Why do people wear clothes? What kind of house do you live? Do you live in an apartment building? How to divide 100 and 120? How to do 2 minus 1? I want to know negatives. How to climb a building all the way up there? How do you do that?
All right, fantastic. So now you are going to participate in a Socratic seminar. Now, today's topic is not about mathematics. It is not about climbing buildings. But before we jump in, I want to make sure that we understand the norms of a Socratic seminar. So generally speaking, when we're talking about the topics for a Socratic seminar, they usually have four commonalities. Usually they're rich in ideas, they're complex and challenging. They're also fundamentally ambiguous, which means they're open-ended. So there are multiple perspectives that are right. So keep that in mind as we go through the Socratic seminar topic for the day.
All right, for our Socratic seminar today, we're going to talk about, is failure a bad thing or a good thing? So I'm going to give you a few moments to consider the topic, and then I would like to invite you to share an idea about the topic, or even ask a question. So go ahead.
All right, awesome. So hopefully you had some meaningful conversation there. Teachers, hopefully you paused right there. But hopefully your class had some meaningful conversation. Is failure a good thing or bad thing? And you were able to look at it from multiple perspectives. So now we want to debrief. I want to take 1 minute for you to write a reflection on the topic. So take 1 minute and write about your experience, your thoughts, and your feelings about the Socratic seminar. Rate your participation on and write a goal about what you would like to do differently the next time that you participate in one, and what you hope to get out of it. Teachers, you can pause now. All right, so that concludes our lesson on Socratic seminars. Hopefully it was a meaningful experience for you and your peers. Again, it's always a positive thing when we think about our thinking, when we look at a topic, or we look at something from different perspectives than our own. So I think that wraps it up. Unless Ms. Miller, do you have anything else that you'd like to say?
I think that's a good job. Just remember to ask questions when you're going through the Socratic seminar. Make sure you're continuing to ask further questions that dive deeper into the topic as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think that does it for today. Have a good day, have a great week, and we'll talk again soon.